When Jonathan was president and Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu tweets then, as far as security is concerned, the buck stops at the president's desk. You bring that out to him and show him when he tries to say, oh, you know, governor, go and fix your security problem. No, the governor cannot fix security problems because defense, police, security is exclusively federal. As governors, we were chief security officers only in name. Okay, so don't outsource security to the states. Fix it. Hire more boots on the ground. Equip them, retool them, and so on. And you know, Charles, for the last 12 months or up to 18 months, every month, 100 billion naira is deducted from the Federation account and sent to the security agencies. Why is there no improvement? In 2024, over 2.2 million Nigerians were abducted. 615,000 were killed. Is Nigeria at war? These numbers are worse than the 8 years of Buhari. In 1 year. This is data from Nigerian Bureau of Statistics. So it's government data. I'm not quoting something out of the air. So for that 100 billion that goes out every month from Federation account, without appropriation by the National Assembly, by the way, without appropriation by the state assemblies, because part of the money belongs to the states. So each state assembly is supposed to appropriate that part. So the entire deduction and expenditure is unconstitutional. It's an impeachable offense. But it has been going on for more than 15 months from the last time I checked. So where has that 1.5 trillion gone? What is it being used for? Why is the security situation just getting worse? Why is the government asking communities to protect themselves? You know, look,
well,
President Tinubu's government has felt woeful. Look, beyond, if you asked me in 2022 or 2023 when we were campaigning that things will ever be this bad, I would say that you are mentally ill.
Comrade James. Comrade James, can you hear me, please?
I can hear you clearly.
All right, good. We are good from this end. I want to ask you. The president, to my best of knowledge, this personal, has not shown leadership. And of course, our leaders at all levels, they've not shown leadership when it comes to this issue of insecurity. I want to ask you, as a politician and a comrade, equally, are you in support of self-defense?
Self-defense is allowed by law anywhere in the world.
Should it be preached? Should every village or villages head tell their members or people to prepare for this as a way of trying to protect themselves from these killings? What do you have to say?
Okay, thank you. First of all, let me arm you with what is already in circulation.
All right.
That the policing force and security operatives run by Nigeria as a federation has told Nigerians to protect themselves, that the police force or the policing capacity of Nigeria is not enough to defend Nigerians. So if this is what you want to hear, that is what we have been told as well. Now, if you ask me if self-defense is allowed by law, the answer is yes. Self-defense is allowed by law anywhere in the world. But it is quite unfortunate that the primary duty of government, which is security of lives and property, the government has failed in this capacity. And it is something that I think, to me, it is the numero uno. So if the government cannot do its primary responsibility, then what business does it have with its secondary responsibility? I was trying to say something before. If, for instance, small countries in Europe that we have that are not just up to, some are just 2 million. A country like Cyprus in Europe is just about 2,300,000 and something people. if they lose the number of people we lose here in a year, then they will wake up one day and find out there is nothing like Cyprus as a country anymore. If that and on, I can count so many countries in Europe that just have just 2 million, 3 million, 4 million people. And if they continue to, if they lose the number of people who will lose here as a country, then you wake up one day to see no country. So it is quite unfortunate that probably because Nigeria is having the large size, large population, then we will allow people to die like fowl on daily basis unabated. How we push security to ourselves is also worrisome, because when we are talking about self-defense, you defend yourself against, let's assume you have someone who is coming to fight you, and the person is having machete, for instance. Probably you can pick up a bottle or pebble and begin to defend yourself. But how do you defend yourself against somebody who is carrying armored tank, AK-47, somebody who is carrying even double barrel gun, somebody who is even laying ambush, and you don't know? What do you put in your pocket? How do you buy guns when we cannot afford to eat as Nigerians? That's right. Come on, to afford one daily meal is a problem. Then how do you afford AK-47 that is almost 20 to 30 million naira? It's a big problem. So I think we are already in a serious situation, in a big quagmire that I don't personally know how we get out of.
All right,
Government should sit up. Government should sit up, rise to its occasion, do its primary responsibility. I think that office of the police, the army, all the giant task forces we have. I think that is where our lives as Nigerians depend on. When they fail us, then the government has failed. They should be able to declare themselves incapacitated to do the job and let Nigerians be free.
Are you now saying that the government of the day has failed the people? Are you now saying that?
It is what it is. When the primary responsibility of anybody cannot be discharged, that is failure on its own.
All right, thank you.
You cannot begin to a child that cannot finish primary school doesn't enter secondary school. Okay. That is the way it is.
Thank you, comrade.
Okay, thank you very much, Comrade James. I would